It's going to be detoxifying and activating the skin to prepare her for the rest of the pedicure.
Hey Vicki, so for those who are unaware, what exactly does the soak process do?
It's going to help soften and condition the skin to get it ready for every step I'm going to be doing after that. It is also going to, if there's any odors or anything like that, it's going to help clean and purify the skin for me. So I'm working on a clean platform. Yeah, platform here. So while I'm getting ready and she's soaking, I'm going to be using our MRX spray. This is a fantastic spray for sanitizing. You can use it on your desktop. You can also use it on your implements. I have some nippers and a pusher here. I've already sanitized them in the state approved solution. But if you want to do something in addition, if you're working on a customer to show them that you're taking that next step, you can also use the MRX for that. We also have our Pedi Septic, which is a foot spray. You can use this prior to entering the bath, and if you're doing a dry pedicure, this is a fantastic product also to help with, again, sanitizing the foot odors, anything like that. So now that she's been sitting in the water, I'm going to go ahead and remove one foot, and I'm going to lightly towel dry it. At this point, I like to use our cuticle off, which is going to soften the cuticles for me. Making sure not to touch the skin for sanitation purposes. Sorry, give me 1 sec, it's not cooperating.
For those of you just joining here, we have Vicki Ornelas from Jenny Pedi Spa, and she's demonstrating a miracle clay pedicure. So if you have any questions about the process or where to get it, let us know in the comments below.
So I've lightly applied that around the cuticle area, and I'm just using my finger to spread it around. We're going to let that soak and soften the cuticles. If you have excess calluses, we also have a product, Callus Off, which you could apply at this point, and you would want this to sit for 3 to 5 minutes prior to doing your foot file. This is going to reduce your filing time and help you remove that excess callus from the bottom of the foot. Now, her callus that she has none, so we're not even going to go with that process. But at this point, you would cut the nails if needed. You would also file the nails if needed, and then we're going to use our cuticle pusher, and I'm lightly going to start pushing back the cuticle.
We want to give a shout out to Shanta and Susie for joining us today. Thank you guys so much.
And you want to keep your pusher flat to the nail, not being too aggressive with it. We don't want to do any damage to the nail matrix. We want to just lightly push back. If you have hangnails, you can go ahead and use a nipper at that point. I try to avoid doing any cuticle nipping if at all possible. I don't want the body to go into protection mode. I only want to remove any excess that's hanging off. So now that we have those toenails prepped and ready, I'm going to use our scrub. This is a walnut-based scrub.
And it smells so pretty, and the scent is super light too, which makes it really friendly for men as well in the salon, right, Vicki?
Yes, absolutely. This one is infused with mint and lemon, so again, like Sigourney said, it's a very light fragrance, so it's not going to be offensive to men who sometimes when you're using something too florally, they don't want to have the service done. And men love to have pedicures. Sometimes I think even more than women nowadays. So I'm using the scrub, going in circular motions, going just a little bit up her leg, but I'm focusing on the heel in any dry spots around the toes. This scrub is very nice, so the walnuts are ground so finely that it's very comfortable for the client. It's not too abrasive on her foot, so you can actually do almost like a little mini massage with it, so she's getting 2 massages during this service. When you're done with the scrub, we're going to return this foot to the water. I'm going to lightly rinse my hands here. And then we're gonna go on to the second foot, doing the exact same thing. And your methods in the salon are entirely up to you. These are our recommended procedures, but if you find a step that works better for you, or if you like to do both feet at the same time, that's absolutely your option, or at home if you're doing this service as well. So again, we're gonna use the cuticle off. And you can see it's a very jelly-like substance. So I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna spread it to the other toes, letting it sit. If you needed, you would use a callus at this point again, but I like to let the cuticle remover start setting while I'm doing all my other steps, cutting the toenails, filing the toenails. That way it's penetrating a little bit longer.
Vicki, we have a really great question for one of our viewers. She says, as a mobile nail tech, how do you do a great job on making a minimal mess in someone else's home? I love doing pedicures, but it's quite messy.
So that's a great question. One of the things I would do at being a mobile tech is I think I would focus more on a dry pedicure, because having a foot bath, foot tub, and the water is probably going to be a little problematic. That's where the Pedi septic would come in great, because there's a lot of people doing dry pedicures now, and I would maybe avoid scrub. The scrub and the mask you could still use, but I would just be very sparingly with them. Or maybe you just have a more express pedicure where you're doing the spray, cleaning up the toes, and then doing a massage and polishing would be what I would do if I was doing something traveling like that, mobile salon.
And for those who are watching who are not familiar with waterless pedicure, what exactly does that mean?
That means no water here. So you're going to be just using the foot spray to remove any odors, sanitize the foot, and make it more pleasant for you doing a service when they're not soaking in water to cleanse.
Perfect, thank you. Michelle says, a footsie spa bath are fabulous for pedicures because you can throw away the liners, and she loves hers.
I absolutely agree with that. That is actually what we use in the salon I'm at. I think it's very nice for the clients with all the sanitation issues in the last few years. People really they don't know how you're cleaning your tubs. So with the footsie bath, it's a fantastic way to show them when they're done that you're walking away with that tub and throwing it away, and then when you're starting a service, you have a brand new, fresh one. Okay, so now that we've done the scrub on the second foot, we're going to put this one back in the water, and I'm going to use my hands at this point and lightly remove the scrub from her leg and foot. If you have a jetted foot spa or a spa that has a water spigot, at that point, I would use that. We also have, if you're working from something like this, you can use a pitcher.
And then Michelle followed up her comment by saying that the footsie baths are the best and health comes first.
Absolutely, I do agree with that. Consumers want to see that. They want to know that you're being sanitary and that you're taking everything to that next level. Being in a salon, that is something that's actually very important, I think. It's gonna set you apart from other salons. Okay, so now we've done the 2 steps of Gena. We've done the soak and the scrub. The third step is going to be the mask. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove both of her feet and dry them both off.
We have a question from Bridget asking, what's the best way to soften the back of the heel during and after a foot bath?
So the callus, thank you for that help. The callus off that we were talking about earlier is going to be your best bet there. If you have excessive calluses, you would put the callus off, and this is the product that we were talking about earlier. Use gloves. If you don't have gloves, make sure you use something to apply it. I like to use these plastic backed cottons because it can affect your fingers. It's a very active product. So you would use that, you would apply it to the heels, and if they're excess, you can even wrap it in some plastic and let it set while you're prepping the toenails. And then remove them, wipe the excess off of the heel, and then you're gonna go directly into your foot file, and at that point, it's gonna cut your time in about half and help you really remove those calluses.
On that note, Yvonne wants to know, would you recommend a dry or a wet foot when you're filing away that skin?
Dry. But it's been moist in the water, so it's not gonna be completely dry, but dry is definitely, for me, gonna give you better results. So now we're doing the third step, which is the mask. And I'm going to use a brush to apply this. So I'm first gonna just apply a little bit to the brush. This is a makeup brush that we've found, so any brush that works for you. This is also has the Ghassoul clay in it, and it's also infused with eucalyptus. I'm lightly going to apply this to both feet, just a little bit up the leg. This product is going to help detoxify, pull out any impurities. Again, very similar to the hamam baths and the Turkish baths. This is going to be pulling out those impurities again.
Does this product or does the Ghassoul system help soothe aching feet? Because one of our viewers watching says she's on her feet all day and she's looking for a really good pedicure product.
Absolutely, it will help with that. I would use the mask because it's going to help calm and soothe the feet with the benefit of pulling out the imperfections as well, toxins, sorry. So once that mask is applied, we're gonna let it sit for probably 5 to 10 minutes. It just depends on the service you're doing. And while that's sitting, we're gonna just, clean our station, do the other things that just make sure everything's clean. And then once we're ready, we're going to go ahead and use steaming towels. So what I like to do in the salon is I will have my towels ready like this. I'll have them wet and heated up in a bag for me so they'll retain the heat during my service, so I'm not having to get up and go get towels. And then we're gonna use those to remove the mask. And the mask, you'll see, starts to dry. That's what it's supposed to be doing.
Vicki, on the note of cleaning while she's soaking in her mask, somebody asked, what's the best way to clean that brush you use to apply the mask?
I clean it with soap and water first, and then I soak it in a barbicide solution. But as always, because I know we're having viewers from all over, follow your state board. Every state board has different requirements, so definitely go back to those requirements and do what's required by your state board.
And we truly do have an international audience watching us today. Somebody from Dubai is checking in, and if you have any questions about where to purchase this product in your area, you can go to genaspaproducts.com.
So you can see how nicely that heated towel removed the mask for me.
And then Vicki, you're getting some support from our viewers here saying Vicki is awesome doing that pedicure.
Thank you. Not quite the setup I'm used to in the salon, but we're definitely making the most of it.
Well, you're making everybody crave a pedicure right now, so I think you're doing an excellent job.
This pedicure system is fantastic because you have the basic 4 steps, so you can have a spa pedicure with those, but you can also turn it into more of a deluxe pedicure as well. And it has so many fantastic ingredients in it. And you can see we have the small trial sizes, which are 4 ounces, and those come in a set. And those will do quite a few pedicures for you. I'm gonna say almost 10 pedicures you'll get out of those.
And what is the name of this product? We're getting questions about the system.
Moroccan Ghassoul.
Perfect.
So the last step we're gonna do is step 4, and that is our massage. So I'm going to apply a little bit of the lotion, and a little goes a very long way here. I'm actually going to use this amount for both legs. This is infused with orange blossom. I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to emulsify it in my hands so it's warmer for my customer. Go ahead and bend for me. And now that I've applied that on both legs, I'm going to work on one. It has fantastic slip value. So you can actually do a quite nice extended massage here. And you can see how that little bit went for both legs.
And Vicki, some of our viewers are actually really mesmerized by your own manicure, saying they love your nails.
Thank you. This is our cat eye from IBD. It's a very fun new product we have. Okay, so you're going to be working on one leg. When your massage is done, we're going to move to the next leg. I'm going to actually add a little bit more moisturizer massage lotion to this leg. And your massage is your massage. It's whatever the customer is wanting. Everybody's technique is very different. I'm doing more of a relaxing massage here.
Can you give any pointers to those who have to massage their own feet at home? Is there any areas they should focus on maybe?
That's a hard one. It's, you know, not everybody's flexible to get down there. So that's when you want to find somebody. Go have a service done and have a massage done. And massage is one of the easiest ways to increase your pedicure volume or increase the revenue on your pedicure. That is definitely an extended massage is the #1 thing that we see clients wanting to pay for, is having a longer massage during the pedicure.
So treat yourself, right?
Most definitely. Our feet are like, they're used so much. We're on them all day. Definitely take advantage of pedicures. So you can see that lotion rubbed in fantastic. We don't have any excess. So after this step is done, now we're ready to go into our polishing. So I'm going to just turn my towels over a little bit here. I try to keep my towels fresh, and if there's any product on them from any of the previous steps, I like that to not be showing, because this is, again, a very luxurious high-end product line. So we want to make every effort to keep the service that way as well. Right now what I'm doing is I'm using one of my clean towels and I'm just removing any excess from the toenails. And then I'm going to use some alcohol or acetone, whatever you have on hand, to completely clean and dehydrate the nail prior to my polish application.
Why is it important to remove the excess product or oils from the nails before you put polish on?
If we go directly onto the nail plate at this point, the polish isn't going to stay. It's going to lift off probably within that same day. You always want a perfectly clean palette, whether you're doing toenails or fingernails. So I'm using acetone. And I'm going to go around each toe. I usually do this 2 times just to make sure I have them completely clean. I would rather go above and beyond here. They're going to have the best longevity out of their polish. And again, with this system, you can find it at marlobeauty.com, and it comes in a set where you're going to get all 4 components in the set.
And the sets are available in different quantities, right? Like you have like your at-home version or like salon quality that come in gallons worth, right?
Absolutely, and that's going to be fantastic for you. If you're in the salon, that bigger volume is definitely going to be your best for economics. So now I'm just going over these one more time to make sure that they're completely clean. They should have a semi-chalky appearance. You don't want any shine on them. It does not need a base coat.
Sounds like a time saver.
It is definitely a time saver, and the beauty of these type of lacquers is where a normal lacquer you'll get 2 to 3 days on a natural nail, this you will get 7 to 10 days on a natural nail. Now on toes, lacquer stays on quite nicely for much longer.
And then Michelle's asking, can I get this pedicure at a salon?
Yes, absolutely. You can contact Gena Spa and they will let you know what salons are carrying it. And again, as far as the products, we have it in 3 sizes. We have it in a 4 ounce, a 14 ounce, and also the gallon.
All available at genaspaproducts.com. So for those of you just joining us, we are with global educator Vicky Ornelas going through the Ghassoul pedicure system from Gena Pedi Spa. So if you have any questions about the application process, let us know in the comments below.
So one thing I want to show our viewers is when I'm polishing, if my polish application is not perfect, I use a small brush with my polish remover, and you can go back and just lightly touch that and clean up wherever you've made a mistake.
Here at NailIt, we love our cleanup brushes. We depend on them so much. We have Pam saying, look, it looks neat. Thanks so much, Pam.
Thank you. So we're gonna do both feet, and then I'm gonna continue and go back to the first foot and do a second coat of lacquer. And then we're gonna seal it with our Seche Vite top coat. You always wanna make sure that you seal your lacquer with a top coat. That's gonna give you the best longevity. And it's also gonna help it dry faster. Like with the Seche Vite, it has a very quick drying time. So your clients are gonna be more likely to get out of the salon without doing any damage to their new manicure.
One of our friends just joined us and wants to know, what polish are you using?
I am using IBD's Advanced Wear.
It's a really lovely nude shade. Looks really good on her skin tone.
Thank you. So with the Moroccan Ghassoul pedicure line, it is a very natural line. And again, for those of you that weren't with us in the beginning, it's inspired by the hammam spas, which again are very much like a Turkish bath. And they took those 4 steps that they do in those baths and inspired this line with it, and that's why we have the 4 steps of the pedicure line as well.
And it looks like Chrissy's just joining us and she wants to know, did you use a base coat?
I did not use a base coat because I'm using an advanced wear, which does not require a base coat. It's designed to go directly on the nail. It's a very fast drying lacquer. So with this one, you want to do three swipes and stop. When I've had to go back and do additional swipes, it usually has started to dry and it'll streak out for me. But the beauty of that is once I'm done, it's going to be close to being dry already.
Looks like Pam wants to know where you are located and how much does this service run for?
I am in Lake Forest, California, and this service would probably run right at $55 because we did the additional, the scrub and the mask. Those are more of a deluxe service in our salon.
And then we have a viewer named Maddie who says she's looking into becoming a nail tech.
That's fantastic. It's a great business to be in. I've been doing it for a very long time, we'll just say that. I highly recommend it. So right now I'm just going back and I'm cleaning up any imperfections I did. And then we're going to top coat and the pedicure is finished at that point.
Looks beautiful, Vicky.
Thank you. It's a fantastic system. It's very nice to have such 4 simple steps, but have such luxurious products in those 4 steps. So one of the things, if you have any imperfections in your polish job, you can definitely go back. I have one little spot that I'm going to go back and actually add one little bit of polish to prior to my top coat.
Vicki, do you know the name of the color that you're using right now?
This is called Faint Kiss. And again, this is IBD Advanced Wear. And then the last, again, is going to be our top coat. And we're using Seche Vite. Very fast, high shine top coat. It's going to seal this lacquer in and give it its best wearability. Thank you everybody so much for having me here today and joining us. I hope to see you out there purchasing this system. You're going to love it.
Kara says very pretty.
Thank you. I have a good model.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, global educator Vicki Ornelas demonstrated how to use the Ghassoul system from Gena Pedi Spa, all available at GenaSpaProducts.com. And if you have any more questions or want to learn more about the brand, you can follow them on Instagram at Jenny Spa or on Facebook, Jenny Spa Products. So right now we're watching Vicki do the final touches to create that perfect pedicure.
One more.
And somebody asked, do you have to use all 4 steps?
You absolutely do not need to use all 4 steps. I would have, in our salon, we have a more basic pedicure, which I would do the soak and the massage lotion. Then we have our next step up, which I introduce the scrub. And then my last pedicure would use all 4 steps, using the scrub and the mask. And with each one of those, where I'm at, we charge $10 extra. So with every step, you're going to go up $10. Great way to increase your revenue.
Awesome. So whether you're doing this pedicure at home, asking for it in the salon, or using it yourself because you're a nail pro, make sure you log on to GenaSpaProducts.com for more information and follow them on Instagram at Gena Spa or on Facebook, Gena Spa Products. Vicki, thank you so much
for sharing your
having
me
with us and for getting pedicure ready. We'll see you guys next time, actually on Friday for our swatch party. We'll see you there.